My name is Carla Mays. I'm the founder and CEO of Mays Civic Innovation. We are a smart cities company here in San Francisco. Sunny and I met at the California Emerging Technologies Fund in 2013 in Los Angeles. And it was amazing to be able to talk to Sunny about community and economic development and how the future was moving. And she asked me, and at the time my co-founder, Jay Corrales, what we were working on, and we were saying that our goal was to really connect folks, that were being left behind in the digital divide as the smart cities and civic innovation and civic tech were taking over, and what it meant to build inclusively. Cities now they've got apps and platforms. More and more services are moving online. We are very concerned about the situation with what was it meaning for people to be offline and then to be, not able to pay their bills, so that cable was cut off or their cell phones were cut off. As we are moving more and more services online, what does that mean? To be connected. And so Sunny, said to us in Los Angeles, where do you think that the new solutions should be? And she, had said, and we told her, I lived in San Francisco, and I said, she said, well, can you come to the office? Let's talk about where do you see the future and what are you guys working on? And for her to take that level of interest in, basically, millennials or, just shy of being millennials, what we were working on was, to take an interest was incredible. We had come from the civic hacking world of, civic tech, and, had won some hackathons and had, come out of public administration in the new era of public administration in the smart city. And she began to ask us, what could we do and how could we work together in CETF and what it meant for the next generation, here of Californians. And us being native-born Californians and of color, looking at what we were going to do for our communities and for and for the state, as a whole, was something amazing. And then her leadership. And to be with such an icon, and to be able to learn from her, and for her to spend so much time with me, learning, and me to be able to learn about banking and learning about how venture philanthropy could transform. It has been an extraordinary adventure, and her mentorship has meant everything to me in this work, and to really be accountable. I've grown as a professional within CETF in my own practice, and to understand what it is to not only come up with great ideas, but to be able to see them through. And then to be able to have dilemmas, the dilemma of looking at where policy is, where funding is, where corporations are. So, partnerships that I've gone down, with CETF, talk to folks at City Hall and bringing Mayor Lee to meet with us, and Hydra Mendoza with the city of the San Francisco Unified School District. We came together with Mayor Lee. That was amazing to bring that meeting together, but to then see, oh, well, it takes a long time. These things aren't, yes, you can bring the meeting together. Can we see it through? So being able to, Sunny allowed me to be able to bring these meetings together with prominent officials, to be able to, go down to Cisco in San Jose and talk to them about, okay, what's the next generation of this stuff, and how do we get that to be grounded? One thing that Sunny's leadership and CETF has done is to teach me about grounded leadership. It's one thing to be able to think for the stars. It's another thing to be able to have, to benchmark it, to have accountability, and to deliver. And so for CETF going forward, my thing is to really be a part of that in, seeing our smart cities movement be an equity movement. As we get more smart, as we get into the digital transformation, that we're actually looking at, it's not a moonshot. It's grounded innovation that is for all Californians up and down the state. I've had the fortune of being born in Angelino, living in San Diego, raised partially in San Diego, going to school here in the Bay Area, both at San Francisco State and Cal, and being fortunate to be a part of our state as it's transformed into the mogul that it is, and the responsibility of social impact being able to deliver for all Californians. And so one of the things that my work with CETF is like in the recovery of the North Bay is understanding, can we steward dollars towards our infrastructure that we have not been able to build for our Native Americans, for folks that in the rural communities? Can we do a better resilient recovery and making these areas smart, working with things like smart train and 5G implementation, our high-speed rail, and connecting the smart city in the future? And so my hope is that I'll get an opportunity to really be a part of that strategy and the playbook going forward, and being able to implement with CETF and work on the policy that will bring, not only the capital stack that is necessary, but to be able to have a smart city is a connected city. And so, the one thing about CETF is that, it is the future of bringing about the smart city. And the smart city is a connected city where everyone is connected, so that everything that we're doing in civic innovation and civic deliverables for folks is really for everyone, and it's not just for those who can have an iPhone 10 and that have the money to be able to be a part of this.